Hi, my name is Tony and today I'll show you how to make this tote bag. We will go over the materials and the hardware we need, and I will show you how easy it is to put everything together. So let's pick from the two included sizes. Go download the patterns from the links in the video description and get started. I will show you how to make this large one, but the process for making the little one is identical. If this is the first time using one of my patterns, here is a quick guide to get you started. First, you can download the patterns using the links in the video description. Next, use Adobe Reader to open and print them. Make sure you check actual size box and then use the test page to make sure the pattern came out at the correct size. This is super important, especially if you're making something that has to fit, like a hat or a pair of sneakers. Some of the patterns will be too large to fit on a single page, so I've split them over several pages. To combine them, first cut the patterns along the dotted lines, then use some masking tape to tape them together. Remember to check you see both halves of the scissors. Once the pattern is ready, use masking tape to hold them on top of the leather, then start punching every single hole in the pattern. I recommend you use a 1mm or 1.5mm hole punchers depending on the thickness of the thread you're going to use. You can use a single hole puncher for the curved lines, or you can use a multi-prong puncher spaced at 6mm for all the straight lines. I like to rub a little bit of wax along the stitching lines and make sure that hole puncher goes in and out of the leather effortlessly. With all the holes punched, you can go ahead and cut the leather. Alright, now that all the patterns are ready, let's go ahead and put them all together. And we're gonna start with the handles. I used 1.8mm vegetable tan to make them, but you could use slightly thicker leather just as well. The handles will have a rope insert. I used and I recommend 9mm thick polyester rope you can get at any hardware store. Note, I've already burnished the edges here where we're gonna insert the metal hardware later, because once we do this stitch right here, it's gonna be harder, if not impossible to do. So I've done it ahead of time, and you should too. Next, I'm gonna use these stitch holders to sandwich the rope inside the leather like a tortilla. Note, I will start the stitching from the 6th hole and also end at the 6th hole from the end. After you finish this stitch, trim the rope short enough so you can fold the leather ends with a little bit of room for the metal hardware. Now, please pay very close attention to how I'm gonna do this stitch right here. If your handle is different than this and you have any leftover holes, unstitch and try again, but this time pay closer attention to what I'm doing. What's that now? You got it from the first stripe. Perfect, congratulations. Your medal is on its way over to you. But before you get it, make sure finish the other end as well, and after that grab a little bit of sandpaper or a mini drill with a sandpaper attachment like this one to smoothen the edges the best you can. You're gonna probably have a little bit of leftover edge here and there, and to get rid of those, you're gonna need an edge bovella. As soon as you're happy with how smooth and polished they are, you can either use edge paint or you can burnish them like I do. Having said that, no amount of burnishing will get you this nice rich brown color I got. But here is how to get it if you'd like to. Carefully apply leather dye with a very fine brush along the edges. Then rub some burnishing gum right on top of it and then burnish again. And then keep burnishing till you get this shiny brown like I did. With enough practice, you're gonna get amazing results like I will someday. But for now, it's good enough, so let's move on to the main body. For this, I used 2.2 millimeter chrome tan with an oil finish, beautiful, strong leather, perfect for a tote like this. I also cut the handle holders from the same leather I used for the handles and then apply the same edge treatment. Now I'm going to show you how to attach the handles using these tabs to the main body. That was easy enough. Next, I'm going to apply a couple of coats of edge paint here where the zipper will be later. Talking about zippers, let me show you just how easy it is to attach them to leather using glue. Told you, super easy if you have the right method. A couple of things to remember. First, after you apply the glue, let it set for maybe a minute or two, and then very carefully place the zipper along the edge. All right, take your time, otherwise your zipper will look wonky. Second thing, when you apply the other part of the zipper, the other half, make sure the metal teeth are all pointing at the same direction. Right? This is very important. After you're done, trim the ends so you have about an inch left over. Now I'm going to punch the stitching holes through both the zipper and the leather at the same time, even though they're already marked on the pattern, just in case you want to do this beforehand. Finish the stitch, and don't forget there are two sides of this bag, so chop chop, get going, because we need to move on to the bottom. And before you attach this inside bit to the outside, I recommend you set a few of these back feet to protect the leather from scratching whenever you're gonna place your bag on something. By the way, I used 7-ounce vegetable tan for this part, which is about 3 millimeters in thickness. Next, I recommend you use glue to hold them tight, but when you do apply the glue, don't go all the way to the edge and leave about ½ an inch allowance, okay? Now, carefully place the two on top of each other and finish the inside stitching line. After you've done, leave the bottom on the side, and let's connect the two halves of the main body using these thin leather strips. You can use either type of leather to construct these. Here it is with contrasting leather, and here it is with the same leather as the body. Take your pick, whatever you like, go ahead and do. You've now got a bottomless bag, so let's attach the bottom piece right from the center here. Before you start, make sure you find the center and stitch from there. Otherwise you're gonna get to the end, realize the back is askew, and you're gonna have to unstitch everything like somebody else I know, me. I've done that, all right? So you pay closer attention. If you follow the pattern and my instructions correctly, the holes should match and you should have a big smile on your face right about now. Okay, you've attached the bottom. Let's just finish the zipper and go home. After you manage to get the slider in the middle with both sides closed, apply some glue on these tabs and then apply some glue on the zipper ends and fold them neatly so they fit inside the tabs. Place these tabs on top of each other and stitch. Well done. That's it. I told you this is gonna be easy. Purse, tote, purse, whatever. You can now make any of these because of me. So I think I deserve maybe a like and why not subscribe to my channel. And tell you what, if you're gonna click that bell button right there, next time I'm gonna release a tutorial like this, you're gonna be notified. So don't do this for me, do it for you. Either way, if you've watched this far, thank you very much. I'm out. Peace.